All right, hello, hello. Looks like we are live. We're back in the salt mines, taking a look at the track of the day. I think the first thing I want to do today is take a look at the world record on this track. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Music's feeling a little loud. All right, let's see how this guy got a 43. Alright, I need to watch this again. The one thing that you don't see in the replay is the inputs. So you're kind of guessing by the sound of the car. I imagine there's probably a way to dissect the inputs. Because I know that's how a few cheaters have been caught. Alright, well, that's very impressive. I'm not sure that I really learned anything from that, but that's okay. So we're going to join the Track of the Day server. We'll have 15 minutes of focused practice, then 15 minutes to get placed in a division, and then we will we'll be in the knockout tournament. So. And as always, my goal for this session is consistency, especially once we're in the tournament. I have yet to complete a tournament without being knocked out due to I guess I would say a preventable crash. So hopefully today's the day. Today's the day that we just lose because we're slow. That's the goal anyways. I mean, obviously I want to be fast, but the goal is to be consistent, more importantly. Really like the flow of this track. Most Cup of the Day tracks have a nice flow to them, but this one seems particularly nice to me. It really doesn't feel like the flow is very nice if you're not doing it right. That was wide. Alright. Not bad. The gold medal time on this track is 48 seconds. So I still haven't even found the gold medal, but that's okay. See, that felt fast. That felt like a fast start, but it was not. At least it was slower than the start I had before. But I think it's all too easy to focus on getting a really fast start and then not actually practice the rest of the track. So yeah, we're just gonna keep going. Just looking on the levels on my mic, and you can definitely hear stuff happening in the kitchen above me. But that's okay. It's the reality of streaming in an unfinished basement. I was playing this track off stream earlier, and I was actually getting some pretty consistently good times, but right now I am not, and I don't know what's up with that, but that's okay. Yeah, actually 49.2 isn't bad. These guys discussing strategy in the chat is distracting me. Oof. Clipped a little bit there. This is definitely not the fastest run, but I'm going to see it through to the finish because it's good practice and it's what we're going to be doing in the knockout, so. Practicing the whole track, not just the start. Okay. Scorpion is a senator. He is pretty consistently online. I haven't been playing this game for very long, and I recognize that name. Oof. I was feeling fast until that turn, but it's okay. We might still PB. Nope. That's all right. Oh, I made that turn. I reset because I assumed I was going to crash. So I've now advertised this channel on my YouTube, and I think I have this fear that people are going to come in here and just tell me that this is boring or that I'm doing something wrong. I mean, realistically, I should be talking to the camera more than I am. Even though there's nobody watching right now. I think that makes it a little difficult. But ultimately, it really doesn't matter if people who liked my old content like this, because I know that most of them aren't going to. Like, I used to be a van life YouTuber, and now I'm playing this silly little game on the internet, which are, I mean, you couldn't really pick two more opposite things. I guess maybe you could, but there's really not much overlap. In fact, I was looking at my analytics once, and the analytics basically indicated that my viewership, to an unusual degree, was not interested in watching live content. And I think that's just because demographically older people watched my my van life channel. My largest demographic was those who are 55 plus, and not to say only children watch video game streaming, but the demographic definitely shifts younger. I mean, people who have time to watch streamers are probably, on average, in school. So, anyways, just kind of thinking out loud here. I feel like I'm starting to get into the flow of this track. Hoping I can put down another PB right now. Something wasn't right about that corner, but hey, we still got a PB. We'll take it. Looking at in-game chat like a fool. This is feeling fast, but the times say otherwise. I think maybe I did something slow in the very beginning, but the rest of this run has been solid. Oof. Until then. Need to figure out how to do this corner better. That felt a little better. I don't think I should need a release there, but we might have to give that a try. For some reason, when I'm on online servers and I finish a track, I get some stuttering. Like the frame rate is really inconsistent for a few seconds while my car resets. And I don't get that when I'm playing offline, so I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's necessarily an issue even, but it's kind of annoying. Alright, Cup of the Day starts in 1 minute. Probably have time. Actually, don't even know if I have time for one more practice run. Yep, read and chat instead of looking where I'm going. My roommates are making dinner right now, and it smells really good. I think they're gonna share with me though, so that's really exciting. All right, it's 7 p.m. here in snowy, wet Colorado, and we're gonna do another cup of the day. Hello, one mysterious viewer. When I stream, I pretty consistently get one viewer on Twitch after like 10 minutes, and I always wonder if it's the same person or just who is it? Is it just someone who likes Trackmania randomly clicking on my stream? I don't know. We may never know. Whoa, dude. That was crazy. Without the split times, I have no idea whether or not this run is fast or slow. In some ways, it feels like I'm going faster than normal, but in other ways, it feels slow. Yeah, it's about my PB, so pretty good. We're 26th, which is as high as we're gonna be. Yep, already down to 37th. Wow, I just did that first turn a lot faster. It'd be cool to get that down. I guess it won't be that hard to get it faster. Wow, I do not know how I found a second in that already, but I'm not complaining. Slower on the second half. Not really sure why. But hey, look at that. I thought I was gonna get gold there, but my old time was 49.3, not 48.3, so. Yeah, there's still a lot of room for improvement here. Yeah, when I regained traction on the concrete after sliding that wet plastic, my car should be straight. Otherwise I skid and I lose a lot of speed. It's a tricky corner though. Alright, well, good news is we're feeling consistent on this track. That is, of course, my goal, always and forever. And right now I'm 98th place, which means I could get Div 2. We do have a lot of qualifying time left, and now I'm down to 103. But that's also a lot of time for me to improve my time, so Yeah. It'd be cool to be in Div 2 because there will be some good players in there. And yeah, I really believe in consistency as a strategy for this kind of tournament. Okay, that corner was really slow. I'm going to practice this for a little bit. That felt faster. Okay. Yeah, it felt slow. Alright, that's how we do the first corners. Little slide there. Still feels pretty fast. Maybe I'm deluding myself. Nice. Almost got gold. 38 thousandths away. But that put me up to 118, which I think is just barely Div 2. I want to say that there's 62 or 64 actually players per division. But it always seems like the math works out a little different than that. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just wrong. Ooh. That's not what we want to be doing. I don't really know how that happened. This is a little slow, but I'm gonna keep going. Because I'm clearly not playing at the level where it's impossible for me to make up a half second in the second half of this track. See? Haha. Glad I didn't reset there. So 127. 128. Oh no. Yeah, it looks like we'll probably get stuck in Division 3. Which is fine. There will still be some good competition in there. Yep, this is definitely not PB, but we're just gonna, well, I was gonna say we're gonna try to finish it out, but we're not even gonna get to do that. That's the second time that I've crashed in that way. And when I was learning this track, I didn't crash in that way at all, so I'm doing something different. Probably finding a faster line that's a little riskier. Yeah, we might just have to incorporate a little release there so we don't go flying off the edge. I don't feel like the release is really going to slow us down that much anyways. It's all about finding a good line in that corner anyways, which I wouldn't say that I do consistently anyways, so. What if it's a bot that's watching me on Twitch? I don't know what benefit there would be to having a bot watch a stream, but my live stream on Twitch is slightly different than the VOD, so in that I'm playing copyrighted music. But that'd be crazy if the DCMA had like Twitch bots. I mean, I guess I wouldn't put it past them. That sounds like a real thing now that I say it out loud, but that would still be kind of crazy. Oops, almost went the wrong way there. Alright. Kind of slow. Actually, really not that slow compared to the times I was getting earlier. I just got a pretty good PB. It's easy to look at the red numbers while you're going through checkpoints and say that you're slow, but it really just means that you were faster before. My roommate just brought me this food, so I can't not take a bite while it's hot. I just realized you could probably hear me slurping that up, which is no doubt disgusting. But, man, the food is really good. And look at that. I'm faster already. Wow. Oh man, this is torture. Next time I know that my roommate's gonna bring me food, I'm not going to stream because I'm just thinking about eating that food right now. The faster I finish this track, the faster I can take a bite. If I PB, I'm gonna take another bite of food, that's for sure. And so far, it's looking like I'm gonna be able to do that. Oh. Well, scratch that. I'm gonna see how slow this is with a little crash like that. Yeah, not too slow, considering I'm gonna be Div 3 or 4, actually. Alright, this is gonna be my last attempt. And after this, we'll just accept whatever replacement we get. There's something about the transitions in this track that I still have yet to understand. Because I can kind of tell when I'm being slow, but it's really not obvious to me what I need to do to fix that. I'll mute so you guys don't have to hear it. What's wrong with playing a sweaty competitive game? I really don't think those things are incompatible. I mean, I'm not good at this game, so there is that. Yeah, I hear that. I think being competitive can be, it can lead to like maybe a toxic mindset. I don't know if that's the right way of phrasing that, but I hear you. I've never been like aggressively competitive, I don't think. I've heard good things about Warframe. I should check it out at some point. All right, so this is round 1, no elimination. I think we can even give up and we'll still go to the next round, but I'm not sure. And we're gonna drive to the end anyways. I didn't even see what division I placed in. I was too busy eating. I'll have to rewatch the VOD when I'm done. right. 48.9, not bad. Citroen Berlingo. Is that like, is that about the same size as a Transit Connect? I'm assuming you're saying it is. I feel like something weird's happening here. There we go. Nice. Do you live in France? From what I've read and heard and seen online, RVing in Europe seems much different than America. Like, I could be wrong, but it seems like you normally have to pay for a campsite. Like it's harder. I'm sure it's possible to find like stealth camping or street parking, but it seems like it's probably less common to just boondock, so to speak, to just go off grid. But to be honest, I'm fairly ignorant. I'm an ignorant American. Eastern Europe. Okay, that makes sense. I assume you're camperizing it. That was incredibly slow around that corner. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I mean, I do know what I'm doing wrong, but I don't know how to fix it. But as long as we don't crash, we should survive this round. Easy. Ooh, almost slid out there. All right. Yeah, it's amazing how you can buy pretty much any appliance powered by USB now. It's kind of it's kind of weird because the initial intention of like the USB connector is to transfer data and connect computer peripherals, and now it's just I mean, I guess USB-C was always meant to be a charging standard as well, so it's kind of cool. But yeah, low voltage is the way to go nowadays. It's more efficient, and that allows you to carry less batteries and therefore be lighter weight. And I'm gonna get knocked out this round if I'm not careful, because that was quite a bad crash. Whew. I just barely squeaked by on that one. Okay, so you're mostly hostel hopping, but you've got your van to provide that space if you need it. I feel like that's a good bet, especially if you can afford hotels and hostels. They're quite expensive in the United States. I mean, hostels are maybe not, but oof, another not so great crash. There are not many hostels in the U.S., so sorry. I need to focus for just a second so I don't get knocked out. But yeah, a couple years ago, I was forced to stay in a hotel, and it was in Page, Arizona, which is a more touristy area, but even the cheap hotels were $130 a night, I think. So I got a nicer hotel for 180 US dollars, and yeah, it was not a fun experience. I have hostel hopped through Europe, but that was in 2015, and I was on a bicycle, and it was really nice actually. Most of the hostels I went to were affordable and also really nice. Well, some of them were kind of not so nice, but maybe the word I'm looking for is basic. Some of them were basic. And it looks like I might be facing elimination this round, because I'm too busy talking about hostels. Oof. And now I'm definitely facing elimination. That's painful. I think I would have stayed in if it weren't for that crash. Wow, yeah, 70 euros a night is that's pretty amazing for an average. I mean, you can find cheap places to stay. I stayed at a Super 8 motel for I think it was $70 a night, but that was in Green River, Utah, and it was gross. There was like hair in the bed, and I was paranoid about picking up bed bugs there, which is kind of always what I think about now that I've gotten bed bugs from a motel before. But yeah. Yeah, when I was in Italy, some of the hostels were like, I want to say like 12 euros a night. It it was a bunk with like 8 other people in the room, so not exactly ideal if you're looking to sleep. But hey, at the time, I couldn't be more happy to do that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Cheap real estate, expensive fuel, and also, I guess I'm only really aware of what the insurance situation is like in the UK, but I know vehicle insurance is rather expensive, or can be. And then yeah, it just doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of space for for a larger van. Like sometimes I find it stressful driving a larger vehicle like my van, even in the United States, but in Europe I can't even imagine. It sounds really stressful. Oh, road tax. That's what I'm thinking of. I feel like road taxes are much higher in Europe. Like we subsidize driving in the United States not only through fuel subsidies but also a road tax. I do still see a fair number of van life channels that are based in Europe, though. So there must be some point to it. €10 per 100 kilometers for fuel. Sorry, I have to convert that to American. So that's like, was it $11 for 60 miles? I feel like, okay, so that's not bad. Because it's gonna be funny trying to talk about this because my high ace got like 20 miles per gallon, so that would be 3 gallons of diesel, which wound up being about $10. But my high ace is old and inefficient by European standards, so I'm sure your van gets much better economy. I'm guessing it's a diesel. I think most vans like that in Europe are diesels. I could be wrong about that. So that would maybe explain the difference. Yeah, so you're probably getting closer to 30 miles per gallon if I were to guess. And just paying 50% more for fuel. Interesting that it winds up being about a wash. Although I guess my Transit Connect, it got almost... Yeah, maybe you're getting closer to 40 miles per gallon, because my Transit Connect was technically capable of like 27 or 30 miles per gallon. And gas is also cheaper, so to drive my Transit Connect 100 kilometers, it was probably 6 or 7 euros if I were to totally ballpark that conversion. But it's honestly not as expensive as I thought it was in Europe. Yeah, fuel being cheaper in Baltic states makes sense because yeah, I saw some pretty crazy prices when I was in Europe 10 years ago. I should make a point to go back at some point sometime soon. Well, anyways, I think I'm gonna call it a night. Thanks for tuning in, and yeah, I'll try to do some longer streams at some point here. I am just gonna try to do the 11 a.m. Mountain Time, which I forget what that is, Central Europe time. Um, I'm gonna try to do those cup of the days, and then I'm still getting set up at this house. So once I have like a bed frame built, I will be yeah. Well, once I have a bed frame built and furniture arranged, and my house starts to feel like more of a house, then I'll be more willing to spend time on this. So, anyways, yeah, catch you in the next one. Yep, see you later.